Hey guys, in this video I'll be going over how to start up the Mosquito. First you need to turn the battery on. You come over to the right side here and there's a switch here, you flip it up. So now there's these 4 switches here, we gotta flip them up. These are the magnetos, so they're kind of like the spark plugs for the engines. Okay, now you need to set the parking brake. It should be set already by default, but in case it's not, you pull back on the brake lever and then you push the lock in. And then while you're holding the lock in, you let go of the brake lever and then let go of the lock. And now the parking brake is set. By the way, the button for the lock in the control binding section is called wheel brake lock. Now we need to set our levers. So first you take the RPM levers, which are these white ones, and you push them all the way forward. And then you take the 2 black levers, which are the throttles, and you move them just about an inch forward. Now there are these 3 switches on the left. So you want to take the back 2 switches and flip them down to turn them on, which will turn on the compass. Now up here on the right side, there's this blue labels here, and you want to take these 2 switches and flip them down. That will open the radiator cooling doors to cool down the engine. So now we need to turn the fuel on, so you need to go to the co-pilot seat by clicking number 2 on your keyboard. And it's kind of awkward, but all the fuel controls are back here. So first there's this big lever on the top. You need to flip it up. This puts pressure in the fuel tanks. So then there's these 2 levers here. It's the fuel for the left and right engines. So you can put it toward the center for the main supply, or the outside for the outer tanks. So you always want to drain the outer tanks first and then the inner tanks. So you want to set it to outer tanks. Now keep in mind, on the right side of the cockpit here, it shows how much fuel is left. This gauge all the way to the right shows how much fuel is in the outer tanks. If it is empty, if the outer tanks are empty, then obviously you will have to do the inner tanks instead. Now you need to open this window on the left to talk to the ground crew, so just click this latch right here. So now you need to ask the ground crew to prime the engines, which is to get them ready for starting. So click / on your keyboard, click ground crew, and click start priming engines.
On the starter. Copy.
So now there are 4, on the right side of the plane, there's 4 covers here next to the battery switch. So you open the 4 covers. So there's 4 buttons. The 2 left buttons are for the left engine, the 2 right buttons are for the right engine. So the left button is for starting the motor to make the propeller start spinning. And then when you click the right button, it will make the engine catch and run by itself. So what you're going to do is you're going to hold the left click on your mouse on the left button, and you're going to watch it spin a couple times. And then while you're still holding it, you're going to click the right mouse button on the right button to actually start the engine. So let me demonstrate with the left engine. I'm going to do my left mouse click. I'm going to keep holding it, and you're going to see I'm going to wait for it to spin a couple times. And then I'm going to keep holding that. I'm going to keep holding the left mouse button, and then with my right mouse button, I'm going to click on this right one here. And you can see it started, so now I'm going to let go of both of the buttons. You might need to click on the left one again to let go of it. And you can see the engine is started now. And you want to move your throttle so the idle is around 200 RPM. So I'm going to do that with the right engine now. So we're dealing with the right 2 buttons. I'll turn the flashlight on so it's easier to see. So I'm going to hold down the left one, and I'm going to watch it spin a couple times. And then, while you're still holding down the left, click the right one. It caught, so I'm going to let go of the right button, and I'm going to click on the left button again to let go of it. And you can see now the right engine is running. Now I'm going to look all the way back here and click this latch to close the window. A couple more things we need to turn on. First, in front of the pilot's stick, there's a little switch here. I need to click on it to go vertical to turn the oxygen on. And you'll notice nothing happened with the gauges, so you got to come over here to the right. And there's this thing right here. You need to right click on it to spin it to the right. And you can see now my oxygen gauge went up. Now you need to come over on the right, and there's a 1 switch here. You need to turn on the IFF power. And that's how you start up the Mosquito. So now I'm going to show you how to warm the engine up. The manual says that you need to warm the engine up before you take off. I'm not sure if it is actually required in DCS. However, I will still show you how to do it anyway. So to warm the engine up, you set your 2 black throttle levers until the RPM is around 1200. And then you need to watch these temperatures here. You need the oil temperature to be at least 20 degrees and the radiator temperature to be at least 40. Once you got that, you're ready to take off. You can see for me the temperature is already good because I was already sitting here for a while. But if you just start it up, it should only take a couple minutes. Thanks for checking out this video, and I'll see you later.